People who think like the limit of what's possible is really, really narrow. I think all of us optimists are kind of naive. So it's just exciting for us to be able to gather so many great activists, and definitely my colleagues are here, Candace and Chance and Josh. I don't know, they're around, they don't have to take that themselves, yeah. So thanks for coming out, and glad we could be part of this. Thanks for having us.
Yay! Yay. So I'm Betty Yoon. I'm with the Media Action Grassroots Network, which is a project of Center for Media Justice. There's some members here, Progressive Technology Project, and a bunch of folks scattered around here. But mainly we are a network, a media justice network of over 130 organizations now. It's a local advocacy network, so we are made up of social justice groups, cultural media organizing groups, and local media activists who've come together to really push forward a media justice agenda from the ground up. That's really led by people of color, led by poor people, rural communities who are most directly affected by media injustice. And so it's really exciting that we have a space to bring folks together, and we have some local organizers here too. Just if you guys want to interact and talk, but I think that it's really important that we have some local folks here. And so we've got Josue here, who's with Progressive Technology Project, Andrea Black, who's with the Tension Watch Network, and also had the pleasure of you all hosted a lunch here, LPFM lunch here with folks from the Iraq Veterans Against the War. Ooh. And Matt is here. And Jim Ellinger from Awesome Airwaves, and Susan from a town that starts with an M. Wimberley, excuse me, where she's going to be applying for an LPFM when the window opens. And I just want to definitely encourage folks to talk with them. I mean, I was very humbled and inspired by the work that you all do. The Under the Hood Cafe project that's right out of Fort Hood, and you guys are doing amazing work. Veterans fighting the war that's still happening, and they're interested in applying for LPFM station, which will be amazing to give a platform to veterans against the war, to families who are fighting or against the war, and have this big megaphone to be able to broadcast. And I encourage folks to talk with them too, and very humbled to be in the space with you all, so, and with everyone. So.
Betty, acronym alert, LPFM.
I'm sorry, low power, oh thank you. Thank you. Yes. Low power FM, and so basically... What's that FM stand for?
Frequency modulated.
Radio people, radio.
They don't know either.
Thank you. Yeah, so there was
what happened,
a huge victory that, like Prometheus Radio Project, who you all probably love and know, led this fight in December 2010. They, a bunch of grassroots organizations helped pass this local radio act, and basically now it's going to make it possible for hundreds of nonprofit organizations and community-based organizations to start their own radio stations around the country. And so it's an amazing opportunity. And Prometheus Radio Project, which is based in Philadelphia, and they couldn't be here tonight, they will be launching a platform called Radio Spark, I believe is what it's called. And that'll be a place online for folks applying for LPFMs to build relationships with each other, and also a place for resources. So if you have radio know-how, you might want to talk with Prometheus about posting some of that radio know-how in that online space so that everyone can share it.
And for those of you who are in Texas or the region, the National Federation of Community Broadcasters, the NFCB's national conference, is in Houston June 13th through 16th, and Austin Airwaves is doing a workshop for free on LPFM and the death of campus radio.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there.
Speaking of conferences, we have Mike from Allied Media Conference, which is in June 26th.
June 28th to July 1st. I'm Mike. I'm with Allied Media Projects. Allied Media Projects cultivates media strategies for a more just and creative world, and we do that by convening the annual Allied Media Conference, where community organizations and social justice organizations from around the U.S. and Canada and beyond convene to share media strategies and communication strategies. We're going to have our 14th annual conference June 28th to July 1st. It's really big and fun. There were 1,800 people at our last conference. Actually, we have a call for session proposals that's open right now. We're really looking for session ideas by this Wednesday. So if you guys are looking for homework, that's your homework.
And a special push for the community radio track that we're putting them.
Any other tracks in the room? The community radio track?
Media policy!
Media policy for love and justice?
The web baking track?
Web baking track?
Three of them!
What do we got?
Media go-go.
Media go-go now?
More in the room. Do we have a fifth track? Fifth track.
Make it up, come on.
Well, it's too late to make it up. You have to but it's it's an interesting thing about the conference is it's very participant driven. All these tracks and practice spaces and network gatherings are convened by people within the network who are within the container of the Allied Media Conference, like creating these spaces to share strategies and ideas. And in addition to the conference, year-round we do local programming, and that's a lot of what we were talking about at our panel at South by today. I'm here traveling with Diana, who's also my co-director at Allied Media, and Janelle Yamashiro, who's a program coordinator for the Detroit Future Media Workshops, and Rhonda Anderson, who's an organizer with the Detroit Digital Justice Coalition. And thank you, Sabrina, for your hospitality and opening up the space to us. It's nice to be able to come together with like-minded folks. I think South by Southwest is a pretty fascinating and exciting, but complicated space, and it's nice to come together. And I'd love to talk to people more about what the hell are we doing here, or like what is the intervention we're trying to make. I mean, you know, I feel like this group sort of represents something of a block within the space of this conference. It'd be interesting to talk about what we're doing here, if we're going to keep coming back.
And a lot of local folks who are here are not even here for the conference. They're here to meet everyone else who are good folks here in the space. So,
Well, there's traffic, you know.
What's that?
Yes.
Traffic, you can't get here.
Oh, that's a good point.
And I'm sorry for being a part of that.
It was a 10-minute bike ride from my house. It's quite
I was
lucky.
going to say, some people...
Yeah, how many people bicycled here?
Yeah.
We rolled. We rolled.
Wow.
I took the bus.
Even better.
We walked.
We walked.
We walked for half an hour.
Yep.
And
I know!